Hey guys, I've shown a lot of my train journeys from around the world, whether that be modern or historic steam. Today I'll be showing my childhood steam railway close to home, the Roaring Camp and Big Trees Railroad. So this is where I would go for day out with Thomas stuff. Technically it's two railways. There's the standard gauge one that goes down to Santa Cruz. That's what the day out with Thomas would use. And then the narrow gauge one, the logging run, which is what I'll be riding today, that just does a big crooked loop throughout the redwood trees. But it's quite impressive. You might recognize some of these sites, and that's because this was used as the Shining Time Station stand-in for the Magic Railroad parody. So the bridge, this junkyard here, I can't tell you how surreal it was seeing my childhood locations being in this massive fan film. It's crazy knowing someone's close to home, and you can see why Misty Island Rescue brought back a lot of childhood memories of this place. But yeah, I thought this would just be a fun nostalgic video. Enjoy.
Oh, stop! You're going the wrong way.
Once again, folks, welcome aboard the Roaring Camp and Big Trees Narrow Gauge Railroad. Some of you might be hearing that term for the very first time today and asking yourself, so, what does narrow gauge mean? Well, in railroad terms, gauge refers to the distance between the two rails that we're riding on. And narrow gauge is any gauge narrower than the American standard gauge of 4 feet, 8.5 inches. Similar to a Harley-Davidson motorcycle engine, now these turn a drive shaft down the center of the locomotive connected to a gearbox on the front and rear. That makes her a very powerful all-wheel drive locomotive. All that power does come at a bit of a sacrifice though, because her top speed is just about 15 miles an hour. Now although the railroad itself here is not historic, the equipment certainly is. Most along me up there happens to be the oldest operational high-speed locomotive in the world. Railroad, from an authentic logging railroad. This world's real logging railroad, we'd be traveling through a desolate wasteland or tree stump. Through their roots. You might notice as we travel through the forest today, that you see a large tree serve a beginning wood circle on the entire American continent. Happiness. Suddenly getting flashbacks to your high school geometry class. ready for me? We found out that we had accidentally built the steepest narrow gauge railroad grade in North America, coming in at 10.5%.
That's that trestle there. Yeah. Surprised they didn't rebuild it. Put that grade that we backed this train up into the absolutely extreme. We just backed this train up at 10.5% grade. Look, you guys up in the cabin out locomotive up there today. On the right-hand side up there, we've got Steven. He's your locomotive engineer. He's the one controlling the speed of this train. He's your fireman. His job is to keep that fire hot, keep water in that boiler, and make this steam in the cabin of the locomotive up there is about 120 degrees. Looks like the captain on the ship. This train is my baby. Those guys up there can't do anything unless they hear. Now let's go around this boom that we're on now. We're going to make a brief stop and line the switch ahead of our train. And once we get rolling in, we're going to see me kneeling down on the left-hand side of the train, looking under each of these cars as they pass me. Don't be offended if I don't wave at you as the train goes by. I'm just making sure all the brakes are still there.
We've left it behind.
Redwood trees with all but these are called juice pens. And what this tells us is that at some point in that tree's life, it has been on fire. Now the fire burns so hot around the base of the tree. I did last night. Did you know that there's sediment left in the bottom of that pot? And this procedure cleans that sediment out of our boiler. What you're going to see here.
I think this is standard gauge Santa Cruz.
I'm going to burst.
Please stop the depot here. Train. So we come to a full complete stop at the depot, and you hear one toot on the whistle. We do it with the water tower. Takes a couple of tries sometimes. You get a little bit bumpy and dirty. There it is.